Hi guys, this is Tina. Welcome back to my channel. So this is my take on Rachel over at Roxy Creations, her ephemera folio. So obviously I've seen her kind of pull it out a few times and thought I'm going to have a go at that. So just before I actually start showing you what I've done with my ephemera folio, I just wanted to quickly mention that some of the lovely ladies on my design team I know have started uploading their projects for the month of May. So I know that Sheree at Turquoise Deaming, she's done a beautiful project and has uploaded hers. Handmade by Lisa, she's done actually several videos containing all sorts of gorgeous projects. She's got kind of ephemera kits and things like that, so yeah, she's got some lovely videos and things to check out as well. And Tonya Samuels, she also has uploaded a beautiful heirloom envelope kit you know, for her design team project. So they're all really lovely inspirational kind of videos, and it would be really fantastic if you just have 5 minutes, you know, that, you know, if in your spare time you would be able to kind of go across and check out their channels, see their beautiful creations that they've made, you know, very inspirational and just gorgeous goodies that they've made. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of mention that really, and I will link their channels below. So thanks very much for obviously supporting those lovely ladies. So okay, and then we'll now have a look and see kind of what I've done with the ephemera folio. Yeah, I'm really pleased with it. Really kind of, you know, useful. I can see loads of uses for it. I'm laughing because well, I'll tell you in a second why I'm laughing. So my one, I just kind of decorated it up and you know, I've left it quite shabby chic looking. I featured lots of greens because green's my favourite colour. So you know, and look at this ribbon. Isn't that just the most yummy colour? Oh, I just love it. I hope that's actually coming out. It's really kind of a vivid turquoisey, oh, just gorgeous colour. So this is kind of how I've done it. Now, the reason that I was laughing is I've popped in like 3 pages basically, and the problem that I do have now is, you know, and I've talked about this before, my whole matchy kind of thing that I have. So I then, you know, struggle to obviously put things in that are not matching this paper series, you know. Yeah, so I need to overcome that and realise this is just a storage system. It is not, you know, it's not a journal. It's not here for looking pretty. It's just for storage. So yeah, I'll just show you kind of the things that I did differently. Obviously she's got, I think it's like a 3-part tutorial for making this. So, you know, of course her tutorial is on, you know, is on there, so you don't need to kind of see how I made it. I'll just show you kind of the things that I did maybe differently. So I wanted to kind of have just big pockets at the front and the back for kind of large pieces. So I kind of just literally just made a little kind of, you know, where I folded over, kind of making a bit more of a flappy kind of pocket in the front and also in the back. And as you can see, I have braved it and popped some other things in there that do not match this kit. So, you know, that was kind of my initial stab at kind of including some other things. So, you know, kind of that way I've got quite a bit of room in there. So that was kind of one change that I did. And the other thing that I did, whereas Rachel had used tracing paper, which, you know, I just felt was very flimsy for how I'm going to be using it, because Rachel's very good at kind of organising, and she just has kind of 1 or 2 things like slipped into each pocket. I'm a bit more greedy kind of than that, and I wanted to kind of be able to pop lots of things in each pocket. So I've done 2 different things. I've staggered kind of randomly throughout, where I've got some pages with just 2 pockets and some with 3, if you see what I mean. So, you know, that gives me kind of room for different size pieces of ephemera. You know, kind of if I've got quite large pieces, then obviously, you know, for instance here, oops, oh, I can just pop that in there, where kind of when I had, you know, if I had all the small ones, they kind of, then it would overlap the other small one, if you see what I mean. So that was kind of one of the things that I did, you know, just because that's how it would work best for me. But obviously hers works, you know, awesome for her. And the other thing that I did that was different to her was, instead of the tracing paper, I used, you know, those the polythene pockets, you know, like these A4 document wallet things. I used these for my pockets. I thought that they would perhaps be a little bit more robust than tracing paper, and because I want to stuff quite a few things in, I wanted something a bit more kind of robust. So that was the first reason. Second, I didn't have any tracing paper, so I did have some of these. So, you know, that was kind of handy for me. Yeah, so, and I thought that they also would maybe kind of have a little bit more give in them, if you see what I mean. I mean, I'm not saying they're stretchy, of course they're not stretchy, but I just thought they would maybe be a little bit more giving than the tracing paper. So I used those as my little pockets. And to attach them, now this obviously very scruffy, but, you know, again, this is just for me. It's, you know, it's not for sale or anything, so it doesn't really matter. I did try sticking them with the wet glue. It might have been that I just didn't leave them for long enough, but I left them for about half an hour. They didn't sort of dry particularly well, you know, they still kind of peeled off if you'd stuffed them too much. So I just hot glued them down. Now you can probably see, I mean, the hot glue is pretty visible. You know, certainly, I mean, you wouldn't want that on something that was going to be a kind of treasure piece, you know, kind of like a lovely journal kind of treasure. But, you know, for me, this is fine, because actually this is just for storing my ephemera. And then obviously I kind of glued them just as Rachel did, kind of on the three sides. And what I did was I just added some fabric strands just across the bottoms, so that although I've got the big globs of glue down the side, you know, I can live with that. I just covered up the bottoms, and it just kind of made it a bit more interesting to look, you know, look at, and obviously covered up some of that blobby glue. So, you know, that's how I've done that. And then the only other thing that I did was obviously I just stitched down, you know, as I say, I've only got kind of 3 pages effectively, or, you know, three sheets, I guess, you know, yeah, 3 sheets kind of folded over. So I did stitch them on the sewing machine down the spine, which Rachel, I think, had done as well. And then I just used this funky looking, you know, baker's twine, just threaded it round kind of a couple of times to attach it into the folio. I just thought it looked really awesome on the cover. I loved kind of this colourful kind of appearance, you know, for me, that was really nice. And the only other thing I'm still unsure about really is this flap. I don't know whether I really like the flap, whether to keep it on there or not. It doesn't really add anything. You know, if anything, it maybe is a bit, you know, of a hindrance. So for me, I maybe will cut the flap off. Now, Rachel, I know, had her fastening, you know, her the closure kind of attached onto the flap. Mine is obviously going to bulk out way too much to be able to actually kind of use the flap as the closure. So hence I obviously, you know, have just attached the ribbon. So for me, I think I will probably end up actually cutting the flap off. Yeah, and have it more kind of just like an open journal kind of style, where I just then secure it at the side with the ribbon. So, you know, that's kind of my only changes. But thank you so much, Rachel. Awesome idea. Just need to overcome the whole, you know, matchy thing. So, I mean, as you can see, I've already started stuffing some other things. And what I thought I would do is maybe try and keep it to like a kit per page. So, although it's not all kind of matching my actual background papers, if I kind of organise it so that I've just got like one kit on a page, that will maybe kind of be easier to, you know, to get past. So that's what I'm going to kind of try and do, I think. Obviously, I mean, I've got lots of kits. I've got kits that I've created which I haven't even done videos for yet. I mean, obviously, you know, this is one of them, kind of what I've used here as the background pages. And I've got kits, obviously, that I have produced, have launched, have done videos for, but I still haven't got round to actually having time to actually play with myself. You know, this one here, the Beauty Fair, that's one of the kits that I still haven't had time to actually play with. But as you can see, I have cut out all the ephemera pieces ready. You know, so I think, yeah, for me, this is kind of hopefully going to kind of work quite well. But as you can see, I mean, I've stuffed my pockets quite full. I haven't been disciplined and kind of organised and put them really neatly like Rachel has. So, yeah, kind of a bit more of a kind of shambolic way of kind of using it than Rachel's, I'm afraid. But awesome idea, Rachel. Thank you so much. And yeah, I'm going to kind of be stuffing this kind of over the course of the next few days. You know, and maybe as it gets kind of fatter, because obviously, you know, once I've got a few kits kind of going on in here, it's going to be quite bulky. Maybe then I will start to be more rigid with kind of putting just a few things in. I'm not sure. But anyway, and also I think probably I need to make a few more of these to kind of accommodate all of the things that I've got. And then it won't be such a problem anyway. So yeah, anyway, hope you like it, and wanted to come on and just say thank you so much to Rachel for, you know, that awesome idea. And I think I will definitely kind of be making a few more of these to store my ephemera. So thanks very much. And, you know, give it all a try, everybody. So thanks then. Bye.